Mike the Ref Maloney, Big Bad Boris on the call here tonight. It's
Let's go! Let's go!
Third! The Super Kick Party! Yeah, pay the money for that. And of course, you gotta get the Coffin spin. Wow, 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 wow. Hey, yo, 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 and away we go. Happy Wednesday night to one and all here. Guess I gotta double press that to make it work. Hello, everybody. Welcome to our AEW NXT. Let's just throw everything up and see what happens. Sidecast tonight. Mike the Ref, your host here tonight. Good to see some people piling in already. Lockdar 9877. Good to see you here. Jay Quick, as always. Appreciate having you here all the time. Appreciate having you here once, having you here all the time. It's just great having good wrestling fans here, period. Tony Khan tweeted that the Hurt Syndicate's starting off. Yeah, I got a feeling we're going to get a match for NXT and we're going to get a promo from AEW. It's the same way that happened on Title Tuesday. Just the way things are filing in here. Our main event most likely is going to be Darby and Orange versus Claudio and Pac. I would think that probably tell at the end of the show. Business is booming for sure. And yeah, we got probably going to get a big announcement from Ava on NXT tonight. Apparently, they got that huge 10-woman tag. That's why I don't want to miss anything here. So just for reference, if anybody's watching right now and wants to know what the hell's going on, my TV is over here, which will have AEW Dynamite on. I have NXT on my monitor here, thanks to Sportsnet, their website. So I am watching both Canadian feeds here. But most importantly, thank you here for being... think it'll be, yeah, they're going to announce the deadline, show where it is, what they're doing, and all that. Makes perfect sense to me here. But, Lockdar, getting back into your comments here earlier, haven't heard anything good about the zombies mode. I've heard, anybody that I've listened to talk about it so far hasn't said anything horrible about it. But of course, different experiences, different standards, different things going on here tonight. Going on when it comes to Call of Duty. I know ourselves, we're going to be starting the campaign mode after Raw next Monday. We just wrapped up our Mutant League football season. Yeah, and the last time I played COD was the Cold War story. I actually played it Christmas week here on stream one time, so I want to see what the campaign's like. I don't know if I really need to get into if I want to go kill other people, I usually do it on Fortnite, and I know I'm one of those guys, but let's face it. When you're good at saying, you're good at saying. And I gotta admit, I'm not exactly the worst at Fortnite. I just don't play it enough. But yeah, AEW also filed a trademark for Parade of Champions and AEW Parade for Champions. Two separate trademarks there. I wonder if they're going to be doing something here coming up in the next few weeks about this. And this is history, the first time they hit. Yeah, that's right. For those that aren't familiar here, and Jay Quick brings up a very good point as we're getting into this here. The Hurt Syndicate was formed during the pandemic and probably was one of the workhorses when it comes to getting things done in terms of progressing stories and whatnot. Bobby Lashley became WWE champion for a spell there, taking it off The Miz in that all crazy storyline there. Deserved a lot better fate than he got. But they never got a chance to work as a unit in front of fans. And tonight, we're going to see them do something for the first time together on screen. It is just a promo segment that we know of. But there might be a possibility that they're introducing a fourth member. They could. I don't say they probably will. I think this is more to set up the Full Gear match between Bobby Lashley and Swerve Strickland. I think that's what they're going to do for the most part during this opening segment here. But yeah, we got storylines all over the place here, and AEW is working towards Full Gear. I'm assuming that NXT is going to be working towards Deadline tonight as we are getting ready for the show. It's going to be interesting. I got one earbud in this year, so if you guys send any alerts or anything, I'll be able to catch up on them anyway. And I will say that AEW is getting a leg up in terms of starting. Because NXT's got a commercial to wait for here. Oh, Shivani. Oh, Shivani, this is not going to be good for you, my friend. Oh, here we go. NXT's fired up now. We are good to go here. I'm excited. I'm excited. I miss old school wrestling like it's Saturday night in Cactus. Oh, Sabu. I thought you were going to talk about WCW Saturday night. You know what? There is a certain part of wrestling that there is that element of Sabu and Cactus Jack who are just relentless and will do anything. Sending it over to the NXT side here. The intro that they set up using the ECW music and the ECW visuals with the little VHS statter is actually pretty cool. If you guys haven't seen it online, I do recommend you do that. But I do appreciate, and I really hope that both sides don't put their pee break match on at the same time. Like Dynamite tonight has Jericho and the Learning Tree taking on the Conglomeration. And on NXT, they got Trick Williams teaming up with Bully Ray against Ridge Holland and Ethan Page. Well, with all due respect to Ethan Page, to Ridge Holland, to Trick Williams, Bully Ray, after his performance at Maple Leaf Pro, I think cemented a little bit that he is a P-break match. These suits are absolutely on amazing. Shivani's like, will you allow me to leave without dying here? I love this crowd. They're all over it. I love it. 2 fired up crowds tonight. This is awesome. We got a preview going over here. What's going on? We got Shelton Benjamin getting his flowers, and I love it. Do you think they bring somebody else out tonight, or does Swerve just come out to interrupt all this? This crowd is loving Bobby Lashley, and I'm loving every second of it. I thought it was 15-2 was his record. Say Swerve comes out? Yeah, I think that's probably the most likely thing to happen here tonight. Oh, so they're doing the women's ECW match to start the card. Okay. As we're getting the introductions for Lola Vice and Jada Parker. Basically using every... yeah, Dawn Marie's a ref. I don't know how much she's going to get involved in it. I want to see Max Caster come out for this card. He's got one. I want to see him use it. I love this footage for last week. I don't like how Nana had to get killed for this too. Like, it almost feels unnecessary. Watching Jada Parker, Lola Vice's entrance, I'm wondering if they just borrowed the retro. Oh God, here we go. Here comes Swerve. Did they borrow the NXT? Did they borrow the retro 80s overlays from most shops right now? Lashley didn't like Nana Coffee? I'll give you that. Oh. Swerve's got that look on his face and he has a chain in his hand. This is not good. A spinning back fist through a chair. Okay, Lola, you showed you got tough hands. Oh, Nana's got the coffee. I'm tempted to order some of that. Swerve's a little pissed. That's how easy a match is booked at AEW. I love it. Nothing stupid, nothing out of the way here. Just bingo, bango, bongo, let's go. Hey, Astrid, how you doing tonight? We're going a little crazy here. We got a couple side screens going on here. Lola's absolutely killing Jada on the outside here. At least we don't have to worry about commercials. How are you doing tonight? I know you guys have your post show tonight coming up. And we got the story of Orange Cassidy coming up on AEW. Yeah, I get it. And let me just be clear for everybody here. The little pin comment that I have there isn't if you want to talk about your feelings and everything, that's fine with me. I am not. If you're trying to push your political beliefs in here, that's when you get the time out. In terms of everybody's an idiot. Basically everything you've seen on X today. Which, by the way, I'm moving slowly off from it, so. And you know what? Wrestling is the ultimate distraction. And you know what? I'll bring up the WWE for that. Remember when 9/11 happened? The first organized action, good, bad, or otherwise, was a wrestling show in Houston, Texas. SmackDown in Houston was the first organized gathering. So wrestling does have a lot to do with healing. The guys in charge of it may be complete morons, but that's a different story for a different lifetime. So they are going with the Death Riders. Wasn't watching them, but I seen. They're actually using the Death Riders for Claudio, for everybody that isn't Mox in that group. I want to say that we have forced that on them here because we've been using it for so long here. It just made so much sense. I love how Claudio punts the action figure for the guy to actually catch it instead of punting it into the... Lola tried to do a DDT on the... You know what? This crowd's going to help them get through this. And they're having a very good match here, these ladies. Like I said, this is going to be difficult to go back and forth. Tony was like, okay, NXT has had a hardcore match, so Claudio, go swing some bodies. Yeah. I think it's going to be, like, I'm really interested to see how they do the back and forth. Like, anybody that tells me there isn't booking on the fly tonight is, well, frankly, nuts. Because I'll tell you, one, if not both brands are booking on the fly outside of the main event. And TK got to use that promo with Bobby just to get the quick pop in early. Just to see what was going on with the other show. Oh, and just quickly let you know, the reason that we got the audio for AEW on instead of the audio for NXT coming through your mic here just a little bit, it's because they won't flag me. WWE, the last time I did a double cast, I had it the other way around. WWE flagged me for having the audio from the show. I got it out of there, but I need to be careful on that. So, Zodiac, how the heck you doing here tonight? Oh, you lovely, beautiful retro hangover tea. Feel free to throw a link in there if you want to try and hawk the merch. Yeah, always trying to oh God. Darby just decided to hell with this. I'm not coming in the entranceway the normal way. But no, it's nice to watch. Like, both shows have their own brand of wrestling. It's been great wrestling so far on both sides. Like, honestly, as much as I've seen the Lola versus Jada feud go on, I would love to see it end. If this ends the feud, I don't mind it. And I literally want, on this match on AEW right now, I want Darby to be as aggressive as he is right now because, let's face it, Darby, this is Darby's real... He had that pop-in appearance, and he was absolutely pissed when he was here last time. I want him to be that aggressive throughout this entire match. You need to see the aggressiveness out of Darby and Orange on this because they've literally had their lives ripped apart. Both of them had their heroes basically destroyed. I love how the cameraman just decided he should move out a step and he goofed up. All right, we're back with the hardcore match too. This is a little bit of nuts right now. Oh God. Now they're bringing out the ladders. Meanwhile, Claudio and Darby are killing each other on the outside. I love how Booker's trying to sell this match right now. So now we got the third ladder coming in. As Orange is just saying, no, we're not even going to fool around here. Let's get this Orange punch and let's finish this. Sorry, this is ultimate stimulus here. When you get to watch things live like this. Oh, God. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Did you guys get a chance? Oh, God. They showed the Learning Tree versus Conglomeration highlight there. That's not going to be... We'll be able to focus solely this way in that case. The hell is Jada doing? Well, that's one way to sit down. That could break a tailbone. I'll do this in honor of some of those moves. I think it's more apropos tonight than most nights, right? At Orange. Oh my goodness. Orange with the DDT thrown right into a gut buster into a backbreaker. The hell? Claudio just comes in and says, nope, I am not dealing with this BS. This is a little bit of nuts. But folks, are you watching both shows? Are you watching AEW? Are you watching NXT? I recommend checking out both if you can. Streaming services will definitely help with this coming up in the future. But you do have to take... You're watching both, Jay Quick? Excellent. Like, Jada and Lola are throwing it all out here. Like I said, I really do hope that this is the end of the feud for these two, because they really can't do much more than what they're doing tonight. Yeah, they are doing great. Like, I keep having to try to remember to myself that there is a bit of a curve throughout the entire NXT show. I'm not picking on the women in particular. Like earlier, there was that spot where she tried to do a DDT on a chair and the camera screwed up and completely missed. Oh, God. Oh, God. Set up the Io Shirai moment. Sorry, that was before Sky. Wearing the trash can and just going nuts. You're bringing up Bryce Harper today. Gee. At least they didn't bring up Aaron Judge there and dropping the ball. That'll be for someone later. No way. A little bit of heat there, getting that shot in with that, basically that hip check into the garbage can. No, these ladies are doing great, Astrid. I appreciate what they're doing here. I appreciate we're going to see a great 10-woman tag here coming up. That reminds me of what we were doing... what we're doing during our 2K show here on Saturday. Literally just throw the trash can, hope it hits her. How about Mr. Omega showing up in New Japan? Yeah, like January 5th, he's going to be taking on Gabe Kidd. That, yeah, that's going to be a little bit of fun. And if that's the return match, I'm fine with it. I know that everybody thinks he should come back to AEW first, but to me, it makes a lot of sense for the reasons Omega talked about. That essentially New Japan is... Uh-oh. Ow. That chair is got a lisp on it for sure. It actually looks like it has a lisp. Yeah, we're going to get Ricochet and Zack Sabre Jr. Yeah, like... I'd have to check with Andrea Melball. They might... I don't know if they're going to do a watch-along or they're just going to check out the show itself. I'm hoping to check both those shows live. I'm going to have to check what check what my schedule is, but... New Japan's what made him famous, yeah. Like... What is Jada going to do here? Now, I gotta admit, I know a lot about NXT, but not a lot, like specifics. Like a lot of the particulars when it comes to it. I'm a casual fan. What do we do with a sponge? Is that supposed to be a brick? That's supposed to be a brick. Holy brick! Holy brick! Holy brick! That was some quick cover there. They're soaking up the action. No, that was something more solid than just a sponge. Oh God, Claudio's going swinging. Darby's fight. What the hell's Darby doing? And Jada gets the victory. I find this a little tough. Like, Astrid, maybe you could help with this, but is there anything else Lola can really do right now? Like, I guess it is developmental, so you can just come up with rivalry X or Y. But Parker looks like Parker could actually line up for Henley rather easy. Not really if they haven't given Toxic Trio the... Yeah. So as we got the promo going on here, we got... Yeah, Ethan, and he's a hell of a guy, too. Just a generic promo, of course. You know, ECW sucks. We're going to beat you. Well, you said no tables. There's definitely going to be tables. But yeah, as they're going on, Darby's getting absolutely destroyed. RVD's coming to see Kalani. The women are getting the main. Okay. Who that?
Was it the same situation in AEW as today? Not the same situation. More on the line, a lot more pressure. Right now, Pac.
Maybe Rob isn't going to be in a match tonight. Oh, nice little duck there by Orange. All right, we got Javon Evans and Wesley coming up for their intro here. Getting back to AEW. Sorry I'm throwing back and forth here, guys, but, you know, sometimes, you know, certain things catch your attention and you just go. And that's the interesting part about tonight. Darby's been getting the crap kicked out of him for, what, a good 10 minutes here, 10, 15 minutes? And there's the tag into Orange. But yeah, the fact they're giving Ishii a fight without honor, yeah. Honestly, if TK wants to just, you know, concede the last segment, I'd almost put that fight without honor as the main event. Because a lot of people are going to be watching that main anyway, so. But if people remember, Parade of Champions used to be a thing from World Class. Oh. Could be a very special, oh God. Cassidy flying to the outside. Like, they have told a real good story throughout this show, or during this match, just letting them beat the piss out of each other all the way through here. I love Pac's sell of that DDT. Well, that's the end of the match. Oh, and Yuta eats another orange punch. Claudio eats one. Moxley's got to show up, doesn't he? Or Marina? Even the fans are looking for... Oh, there she is. Oh, and here comes Mox. Yep. And there's a good old skateboard. Well, this turned into a big no contest. Well, I don't know if it's a no contest or it's just, thrown out. Darby flips out of it. I love how they're setting up this feud. Like, the desperation from these two is absolutely amazing, but in the end, I think Moxley's going to nail him. Yep. Miss one, hit the second. That's what happens when you have four people, right? And Jesus criminy. Darby just got sent in. He got sent in with just like Rey Mysterio, except there was no backboard involved. All right, is there going to be a third now? There's got to be a third to join this fight. Anybody? Bueller? 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 He wants up with Psycho Knee from Wheeler here at this point. Yep, there it is. Thanks, Danielson. They're a teeny bit late coming out here. All right, Ishii, what I want to see Ishii just get, his hands on one of these guys. But we got what, 2 weeks now till Full Gear still? 2.5 weeks? Which once again, if you are getting if you're gonna get the pay-per-view and you're actually gonna buy it, not just use other means, I would highly recommend checking out Triller. They do have an offer for Full Gear and for World's End as a package deal. All right, Adriana versus Nikita. I can handle that. Ooh. Nunzio versus the Don. It's going to be a fun match, I'll say that. All right, I want to have one little... Can I just throw a tiny complaint in? Please, can I throw a little complaint in for aesthetics? If they really wanted to do NXT 2300 and have this ECW theory feeling, why do you have an entrance that big? Why do you have the Jumbotrons? Why do you have all this? It was bare bones. It was basic. I wouldn't mind if you do a single one, make it a little smaller, you know. Remind us of our history. Because Ethan Page had it right. He did a promo earlier today. Wait, the complaint needs to be open? That's a different complaint. They, sorry, this is a different level of complaint as we're going on here, but Ethan Page had it right. When you really break it down, ECW, there was a lot of good to it, but there was a lot of horrible to it. That's what a lot of people forget. You know, even going back to the Attitude Era, there was a lot of good in it, and there's a lot of bad to it. Like people forget that Monday Night Raw was what, 80% disqualifications? 2-minute matches that get thrown out to push a story. Everybody had a story, but nobody had a time to tell them out until we get to a pay-per-view. Oh, God. Javon tried. Oh, over the top, underneath. It's 90% Austin said, nah, I wouldn't go that far. There were stories. It's just, you know, the one thing I am happy about with NXT is the fact they do get to deliver a lot of storylines to it. I could do without this. The more that you put those little cutouts to later matches, it sort of takes away from what you're seeing. You like how and I do like that AEW's finally showing off more of their schedule, right? They got the rest of November up now, and November to remember.
Ricochet, tonight you are taking on members of the Don Callis family with a mystery partner. Can I get any intel as to who might be joining you out there tonight?
Renee, you know, it's a huge responsibility.
Basically, it's refs rules for the night.
AEW, especially when basically everybody has a problem with the Don Callis family. And as much as I want to tell you, I'm afraid I'm going to have to keep that a secret for later tonight. Bobby, nice to see you again. We talked already. We did. We just want to wish you good luck, that's all.
So at Collisions, the Outrunners versus I can live with that. All right, commercial break for NXT there after the brain buster where Javon's literally almost dead. You want to talk about tension in the room? That is what Ricochet had there. But yeah, we got the bathroom break for AEW up early. They got the tables, they got the chairs. And in honor of Mr. Jericho coming out.
What the hell is that?
We'll just throw that out right now. Does Jericho have a new strap on that title? Did he change the color to gray? Or was that done before? I don't think that was done before. Yeah, I really hope that they got something planned here for this Jericho run, because I haven't seen a single person.
What the hell is that?
How much does Ishii actually sell those shots? That's the question I have right now. But once again, everybody, thank you for stopping by here. It's a ton of fun hanging out with you every week. For those that are new here, we do this every Wednesday and Saturday for Dynamite and Collision. If you're over on the YouTubes, make sure you hit a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button. If you're over here on Twitch, make sure you hit the follow button to know every time I go live. Oh, God, Jericho's going to the table in the first 2 minutes. Jay Joy through the table. I can live with that. Jericho, can you take your jam jacket off? And Ishii just loads up the right. I love it. Oh. You don't want to go through table 1? We'll take you through table 2. No, let's keep them covered. Or I will give you either one of those because you deserve both. Oh my God. Briscoe just threw the triple jump right over the guardrail. But as we're I got one for later. I forgot I have this one clip. I always have so many. Oh God.
What the hell is that?
And then I'll just go with this. An eye rake by Brian Keith, and they both just jump through the table. Like, I get chaos for... Oh, God. Big Bill just said Briscoe through a ladder. As Javon just... Super Hurricanrana Wesley off the top. My God. Like, pew, 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 pew. Visual stimulation. Jesus. What a shot by Javon there. But it's almost perfect. They have the sit-down spot after the big one there, and then right into this. Shout out to both crowds, by the way. Once again, if I haven't said it before, I'll say it again. These crowds are doing absolutely monumental here on both ends. I don't want to be picky of one over the other. Nice flip kick there. Javon is going to be like... It's so funny. We were talking about that WWE ID program on Saturday. What we thought of it. Can you imagine some of the... In many ways, I feel that Javon Evans would be that Ricochet on the Indies coming up if he wasn't in the WWE system. But who knows if he would ever been found. like, you want to talk about your flippy athlete. Like, from what I've seen, Javon is that guy. The only problem for me with him, to be honest, I think he is just... I don't want to say he's out of shape, because he absolutely isn't. He's absolutely in great shape. He just looks so skinny from where he is. It just doesn't present well on the camera to me. Love that kick. And let's just throw a poison rod out here. Pele kick over the top. Much as I enjoyed the match, I want to see West with the Rascals. Yeah. Yeah, we got Wes Lee here, who I'll get back to yours in a second, Jay, quick, but Wes Lee here, it's just he's got a lot going here. I'd love to see the trio back together, but I really wonder how much this TNA deal is for involvement of how many people for how long and whatnot. I think it's a lot more limited than people think. Because let's face it, we're dealing with WWE here. Wait a second, referee's discretion. Referee's discretion? Oh, I guess that's part of the discretion part. Out of nowhere! Out of nowhere! Javon up to the top. Out of everywhere! Out of everywhere! And of course, Lee rolls to the outside as expected here. WWE will do it as long as it benefits them. Yeah. With all due respect, Javon, meet and announce table, do not break. Yeah, he did. He did. Sorry, we're getting to a climax here. I'll get back to Ricochet's partner here in just a moment. Oh, and here comes RVD. But won't this be a disqualification? Even though we are in the ECW arena? He's holding the chair right. So RVD literally does not had not touched. The verticutter, okay, let's go. RVD giving some help on the out. And once again, Wesley rolls right out of the way. I did not think he'd fly that far. Okay. That was 3/4 of the way across the ring. Like, holy crap. I love Vic. Yeah, I'm still talking. I don't know if anything's working. Hopefully you can hear me. All right, now they just completely cut off. Can hear a wild mic. I'm usually a little weird and a little wild and a little off and all that great stuff as we go to commercial break for NXT. Okay, we got Superplex and what the hell? Jericho, what the hell are you doing? If you were smart, you would have tried to help push your partner back, but the hell was Jericho?
I hate you. I hate your guts.
And now we got Big Bill and Kyle O'Reilly backstage with a referee because fights without honor can end anywhere. Yeah, get out of the way, whoever's legs those are. We'll get there. We'll get there. Don't worry, that clip's nice and loaded too. But yeah, getting back to your question from earlier here, Jay Quick. I honestly don't feel there's a coincidence that SRS came out with a report this afternoon that Mark Davis has been cleared for competition. I know it's not the sexiest pick in the world, but I want to give kudos right now. You want to talk about somebody fulfilling the moment? Donovan freaking Dijak. Go back on the... I know, going on to X is a shit show today. But Dijak literally put his name out there for willing to be a partner for Ricochet tonight. And he gave like this double-threaded post. Are there any shoulders that are down? I'd love to see Dijak here. Like I said, it's either probably going to be Ospreay or Davis. It makes sense that it's those two. I'd love to see them go outside the box. And really on a night like tonight, when you have two shows competing against each other, it would be great to see you go outside the box. But hey, Snow Penguin, good to see you here tonight, by the way. We got a hydrate going. I've been trying to get at this for about 15 minutes here. Trying to get into my gamer subs. Oh, there we go. Jay Driller to Jericho. Just cover him. What the frick are you doing? He really is going to try and put him through a table now. Like, seriously, what are you doing? Oh, God, here we go. Ladder, everything lined up. All right, I appreciate the foggy bow. Just killed Jericho. Ishii, you had one job. Ishii's getting this pinfall. There it is. Even if he slips, he gets back on. I love it. But Ishii's going to get the pinfall on Jericho. He has to. So is Ava Tony Khan tonight since she hasn't... Well, she's a GM, right? As we get to this announcement. And Ishii gets the pin, so they get somebody to set up for final battle. Announcement will either be Deadline or Women's War Games.
by the conglomeration, and Tomohiro Ishii just pinned the Ring of Honor World Champion, the Nueva
Yep, there it is.
Jericho. We need somebody to check on Kyle O'Reilly.
Ha! Ha! Shout out to Philly Boo and Mitty.
Remind everybody that DraftKings Sportsbook is an official partner of AEW. New customers bet $5 and get $200 in bonus bets instantly. Simply download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and sign up with the promo code Dynamite. And now for a word from our partners at DraftKings.
Stone's a dead man. Stone's a dead man. See, if this was really the ECW,
You told some of the biggest lies that I've ever heard of in my whole life.
the way they censored the middle fingers in the crowd, this is where they bring out the Sandman, right here. Knew it. They were talking about maybe bringing him out. No, even better. All right. I'll take that. That was a good pop tonight. No, honestly, if Stone would have said that, sort of like Heatwave 98, that would have, he wouldn't have made it out of the building alive, straight out. Probably would have been sent to the hospital. Astrid, I believe Stephanie's talking to you directly. Their reactions. Glad he got it. So yeah, it was a Deadline announcement. That's all it is. And it's in Minnesota. So are we looking at a Stephanie and Julia versus Metaphor tag match? I am so thankful that we got bathroom break matches back to back here between the promotions. Stephanie and Julia, like they look like they work so well, and it also gives them a little bit of time to keep them away from getting the title. Like, give Roxanne that extra time with the title, right? And I feel it's a very smart move in terms of booking. So, final battle, I'm assuming we get Ishii and Jericho and Athena and Billy Starks, probably. She has it more 300 days, yeah.
There's no confusion, Orange Cassidy. This kid doesn't owe you anything. Nothing. Just because he slept on your couch years ago, because you spotted him some gas money. He owes you because you were friends. Being a nice guy doesn't buy loyalty. Money doesn't buy loyalty. Only a cause buys loyalty.
Cause buys loyalty.
He's not your student. He doesn't belong to you, Brian Danielson, or anybody else. He is a soldier.
The old guy by Ethan goes to TNA after he probably remembers him. Fair enough.
Frankly, you are a disappointment. There's a time to kill it's a little bit of both. Maybe it's time for y'all to stop playing at the thing you want people to think you take seriously.
You notice not having Marina in a single match, and she's become such a focal point of the. Oh, hold on here.
You know it's all about the power!
Had to get it in there. Had to get it in there. So happy he's back. So we're getting the men's tag match versus Adam Cole, Malachi Black. What a way to top the second part of the second hour of the show. This time has just flown by. And I thank each and every one of you for being here, a part of it. As we are having... I think we're having a blast tonight. Like, this is a stimulus night, to say the least. For all the crap that's gone on over the last, well, I'd say 4 years, but I digress. Oh, here we go. Hold on. Boom. Just gotta throw it in there. It's nice to have a night like this where we're just having a lot of stimulus from wrestling and some good wrestling. Like, both sides have produced great cards tonight. Even Jericho, but still. Plus, tonight we're scheduled to get Christian to face Hook. That might even be the main event spot. Like I said, with everything else going on tonight, that he might just be submitting the main event finale here, because I think he probably thinks everybody's going to be turning to NXT for the main anyway. I'm not going to say it's a real stupid idea by Tony. Like, sometimes you just don't fight stuff like that. Because I'm going to say this. And yes, that's a phrase I use a lot, way too much, but I'm just going to digress. I'm going to throw it out here. I'm not a big guy for numbers, but I think tonight might be very important to set up in terms of what numbers we actually get. If you guys remember when AEW moved off Wednesday to Tuesday, they got absolutely killed by their numbers went down like hell, and NXT's numbers pretty much stayed the same. I'd love to see the reverse happen here tonight. Not for the fact that I want to see NXT get killed in terms of it, but I just like to see a little bit more people realizing people have lives outside of their regular schedule. Like, that's why I'm a variety streamer, not just a wrestling content creator, period. Even though I am starting to shape a little bit more towards wrestling here a little bit. You know, this is going to be weird because Malachi never, ever loses singles matches. As everybody's about to whoop that trick. This has got to be Booker T's favorite part of the show. Maybe somebody ought to tell Booker T that we're not looking at, this is not a Bad Buddy song. But yeah, I wonder if they're going to tell the same story with Adam Cole here, that his ankle's still bummed out. I want to see what those ticket prices are going to be like for All in Texas. I'm really hoping that they're not. All those threes up in the air. So there's certain moments you just shut up. Oh, a little bit of respect between the two guys. I like that.
Too easy a target, certainly last week. Buddy Matthews made it clear that was his intention. Very different strategy here from Malachi Black, and perhaps a different mindset to Buddy Matthews as well.
I am a little worried here. I wonder how Dudley's going to do tonight. I really do. If he's... I hope that he does okay. I don't want anybody to do bad, but...
Simple wrist lock can be very effective. Working on the shoulder, the wrist, the elbows went as well.
He got Devon's glasses for Booker T. Oh, God. We got Booker Dudley. All right, you know what? As much of a pop as he's going to get, you better damn well show up here. Because, yeah, Cole's playing that same game that he did last week, and I love the fact that storylines are continuing the way they are.
Since retiring angry Adam Copeland earlier this year. Haven't seen him in a long time.
I love how Cole just... He sees Malachi coming out and he doesn't panic. He knows that he just take your time, intercept him when you can. I really wonder how Ridge and Bubba are going to do here. Like, I like the fact that Ridge is getting a shot at the title now because it is somebody different. Even Booker's like, no, don't let him in.
We talk so much about the ankle of Adam Cole and the injury, but also the fact that he wasn't in the ring for so long. And you guys, we all talk so much about being able to.
Now Cole's taking advantage of Malachi on one side here. You notice how Cole and MJF are using each other's moves a little bit? Like Cole's been using the Heat Seeker lately. And MJF's been using the Brain Buster to finish things off. Oh, God. That was a beautiful kick by Cole. Still we got the picture-in-picture on the AEW side here. Bubba trying to tell stories right now. Cole going up to the second rope, looking for a Panama Sunrise here. Nope. Backdrop. I'm surprised that doesn't happen more often. It's an easy counter, right? Malachi looking for Black Mass and ends up getting caught too. Like, it is nice to see this much action back and forth here. You notice how Paige got that blind tag and he just waited? Very smart. Very smart. I appreciate whenever I see wrestlers doing stuff like that. Oh, crowd wants tables already. That sounds adorable. Sorry, I have to check Blue Sky once in a while because, there is no notifications on Blue Sky when they come down, so. Nice double clothesline there. Is that we're going to hop to commercial? This is a weird spot. For 2 hours of wrestling, we literally have commercials on both ends here. And we are at hour 5 in. Granted, one is in picture-in-picture, but I'd almost assume if they're going to do they're probably going to do the tag for the main, and that's probably going to be Ospreay. Unless they got Dijak. I would love to see Dijak. I'd love to see somebody completely out of the blue. So, the other thing I wanted to mention that we didn't really cover a lot of it on Saturday because it was just so fresh, and I like to wait until we get the details about everything going on. But WWE did have those 3 releases, 2 releases and a lack of a contract come up on Friday there. You got Tegan Knox, you got Indy Hartwell, and you got Baron Corbin. Question I have for you, chat. Do you think Baron stays in wrestling? Because it almost feels like wrestling's somewhat of a passe for him now. He's sort of like moved on and... Like, don't get me wrong, I think he could get booked anywhere. I think GCW would be perfect for him. Japan would be great for him. But he's never been in the indie scene, right? And speaking of indie, I'm calling it right here. You guys can clip it, mention it, whatever you want. Indy Hartwell will make her debut at Grand Slam Australia February 15th. Her 90-day contract... Oh, let's go with the Canadian Destroyer into an... Oh, Jesus. But yeah, Grand Slam Australia is 15 days after Indy's non-compete is over. You tell me that isn't a perfect place to have her show up? Could it be a full-time contract? Maybe, hopefully. I would like it to be. Tegan Knox will probably go back to the UK scene right now. I would love to see her work TNA. I'd love to see her get a chance to go to Stardom if she wants. She ended up in one of those worst situations where injuries just got the best of her, and then it's almost like WWE didn't have any faith to do anything with her because... Well, what's going to happen? You're going to get blown out again? But there's enough promotions around that have dealt with people that come off the injury shelf like that and turn into a great career. But with the rumors now of ROH getting their own TV show or final stages... There is a possibility that Shockwave could end up being an ROH show. Like, let's not kid ourselves here. Nice shots back and forth here. Uh-oh. My God, Rich. If you're going to pull his nuts into a pose, pull them. Don't stop with like 5 inches to spare. Malachi hits the end and only gets a 2. You know Cole's winning 1. And for those that are wondering and haven't watched much AEW, the end is basically Black Mass. Parade of Champions sounds like a new reboot of the Battle of the Belts. I don't want to speculate too much about that. Because it all depends where they're going to put this Parade of Champions. If Parade of Champions is on TNT, TBS, I don't find a point for it. You have weekly programming already on each channel. It's an extra third hour that doesn't really book well for anything. If they're going to do it on Fox, then yeah, I'll take it. Nice reversal on that super kick there. Panama Sunrise. Super kick. There's super kick. Or do they do it as a max show? I don't think doing a max show would benefit them for anything. Unless Max is asking for that content, I don't think it's worth it. Why is Cole not going to hit it? Malachi was telling Cole to hit him, and Cole hesitated. And Ridge gets the pinfall, which makes perfect sense. So now there's a table coming out right away, guaranteed. And Cody Rhodes is telling me, texting me saying Adam Cole needs to go to the gym more.
You told some of the biggest lies that I've ever heard of in my whole life.
I really can't stand that body shaming mention there. I get it that it's a vanity place, but there's different levels to it. If you're in shape, there's a difference between being sculpted and being in shape. If you and wow. Is the House of Black getting a face turn, or is Malachi leaving? That's the part I'm worried about. All right. We're going to get Cole on the mic here while there's no tables left. They fucked up. There's no tables. Okay. They brought the pastor back. Malachi getting his flowers, I don't know. That scares me a little bit, to be honest. Win 2 more matches, you gotta win 1 more match.
It's MJF versus Adam Cole, baby. And Roderick Strong in a triple threat match.
That will be intriguing.
And Max, trust me when I tell you, you are going to get the ass kicking of a lifetime, courtesy of the Undisputed Kingdom, baby.
And this. Sorry, I took the earpiece out for a second here. So AEW's got a triple threat match going, probably going here. MJF about ready to, have a hemorrhage. Why is that glass not shattering? Wait. What's Max doing?
Yeah. I need you to pay someone a visit.
The hell?
Obviously not happy about Adam Cole in his second win, but fans, we have new AEW World Tag Team Champions Private
Okay.
and at Full Gear. They will put those titles on the line in a four-way match.
So we got a love story going on in NXT that just fell apart. We're getting the Don versus Nunzio coming up after the break. They're talking about this four-way battle that we're going to get at Full Gear for the tag titles. So next Wednesday we get FTR House of Black. I wonder which combination we're going to get for that House of Black, though. Like, I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but it just seems weird that Malachi got his flowers like that.
Jay, last week Hangman had some pretty choice words for you ahead of your match at Full Gear. What's your reaction to some of the vile things he had to say?
Yeah, Hangman, he said that I have no idea what he is capable of doing to me at Full Gear. He said that he might try to break my ankle. He said that he might try to burn my...
He didn't say that you don't know what he's capable of doing at Full Gear. He said he didn't know what he was capable of doing tonight. Anytime. Going into this. Oh my God, they pulled out the Brian Pillman comment. Ugh. Hangman ain't losing that. Oh, I thought he was going to keep that chair. It's interesting that they don't have the elevated stage here. Duality Gaming, somebody, pay for the cheap promo there. Oh, he's got the chair covered. That's where the chair is for. He can't see it by the light. Juice for the interception on the 20-yard line. Hangman's going to need himself a friend. And I don't think he has too many of those. Yeah, he's getting smart and disappearing. That makes a lot of sense here. Once again, everybody, thank you for being here. I know they're taking a quick... Oh.
I would love to know what you were going to do to me at Full Gear. I'll tell you what I'm going to do to you. I'm going to beat you. I'm going to embarrass you. I'm going to dismantle you. I'm going to have fun doing it. They're going to have fun watching me do it.
Ha! Shout out to the sickos. Wow. We gonna move this into a submission match? I'd love to see them turn it into a submission match between those two. Could you imagine what they would do to each other for that? Oh, here we go. Pretty. The women are talking for the main event here tonight. Team Roxanne. And they're bringing... What the hell is this Def Rebel FBI crap? I didn't even realize that was Tony Mama Luke. Looks like Uncle Despacho there. Yeah, Christian and Hook are going to be coming face to face. Hope that's probably going to be a 1 minute promo segment. Let's face it. Yeah, I don't know what they're going to make of that promo. Hook's not a very good promo. Hook's not a promo that's going to be bringing me in per se. Yeah, exactly. Like, you attack my dad, I'm going to kill you at Full Gear. I'll be your daddy at Full Gear. Did I sum it up? We'll review when it comes on here in a second. I don't know what it is, but I really am taking a liking to D'Angelo and everything that's got on with him. Maybe it's because we're running with Stacks so well in 2K24, right? But yeah, this will be a fun match. Nunzio will show he can go for a couple more minutes. Nunzio was always the guy that got beaten up at ECW, though. I love how the crowd's going Little Guido. Well, Mama Luke just got nailed. With all due respect, I just don't know what I'm doing to get into this match here. It's one thing I've always learned about matches like this. You got to find some way to make it believable that somebody can win or not win.
Back to AEW Dynamite right now. Let's head to the back where I understand our colleague, the remarkable Renee Paquette, is standing by.
Oh, yeah, it was just going to be a backstage segment. Oh, never mind. Here, hello. Hi, Chris. The one Chris we like to see here.
How does it feel to possibly have that tail around your waist again? Well, Monet can't change the fact that I'm going to be the new TBS champion. Oh, good luck. Guys, Full Gear, November 23rd at the Prudential Center in New Jersey. Could we possibly see... Help! We need some help! Are you stupid or are you dumb? Go out and get her. You can't do anything right.
So Camille's being treated like a complete goofy here, and I can't stand it. All right, that should write her off. All right, well, this is the goofy moment of wrestling tonight. Why would you openly, like, that's not the NXT parking lot. That's not the parking lot. You do that stuff in the parking lot because it works. Doing it. Oh my. I love how Rizzo was so concerned through that whole match. You can see her in the background on that pin. I want Hook to ask Christian, when is he going to cash in that contract? If he doesn't want to cash it in, ah.
Sit down and shut your mouths while I conduct my business. Now, people might be wondering about the security detail. It's simple. I just want a chance to explain myself a little later when Hook comes out here. It's for
Wow.
protection. First things first,
You want to talk about a controversial move?
Kip Sabian to the patriarchy.
Regal just said that Pillman took the easy way out. If you guys know how Pillman died, that is a real... The fuck moment did he say that for?
What the hell was that?
That much like a lot of you, he's a fatherless loser just looking for some guidance. But there was one moment that stood out above all else. This is it.
Oh, they're going to give the women half an hour. Half an hour for that main event.
Might not be smart enough to figure it out, so I'm going to spell it out for you. Kip Sabian had the foresight to realize what was happening.
All right, we're going to a commercial break before our main event over there.
They were going to interfere and cost me the match, and this contract would be gone forever. Because of Kip Sabian, I stand here and still the reigning, defending, undisputed next AEW
Oh, Christian.
champion.
The undisputed next world champion.
That moment, Kip, you did more for me than any of my other sons have ever done.
Wow. They just flipped disappointing son over to Nick? They just flipped over disappointing son to Nick from Luchasaurus. Oh, come on. Hook will hug him. Let him hug.
Whatever it is that you have to say, make it good, make it fast, because I don't have much patience. All right, Hook, I will. Listen up. Never mind the security here. Let's just talk, huh? I'm just going to tell it to you straight. You're a wild card, Hook. You've got those crazy eyes.
Okay.
Problem. You're a bull in a china shop.
Oh,
You're an
With all due respect, pardon the language, but fuck these Ys. Or what? Sorry.
Hook, don't mistake it. That wasn't a beatdown. That wasn't an attack. Hook, I need a son like you. I had to make sure that you could be disciplined to fall in line.
He's recruiting Hook to be his son? That isn't how it works.
I couldn't have that other voice in your
Last time I checked, that isn't how it works. Well, I guess it works with Christian that way, but...
So yes, I admit, it was from a place of love, a place of caring. I took your father out. I hit him in the leg. I hit him in the knee with a lead pipe. But my question for you is, Hook, he saw my face. Why did he make you seek out security footage? Why didn't he just tell you that it was me?
Because that's a Joe thing to do.
Your father realized that I could take you to heights that even he couldn't imagine. Hook, your father is a legend in this business.
So much BS here.
He'll tell you. Your father
Joe. Exactly.
we call an outlaw promotion. He was a big in a little pond. And what happened when he got onto the big stage? What happened when he got on
Christian with the first ECW
lights?
slander tonight.
He hung up his boots, he put the headset on, and he hid behind the announce table. So my question to you, Hook, do you want to be an announcer like your father?
Wow.
Do you want to be a revered, multi-time world champion like the patriarch Christian Cage?
I'd be ripping his head off right now, personally.
To not take things with Taz a little bit further, because as I survey this arena, it's pretty clear to me nobody cares if Taz is alive.
I don't think you're reading the room properly, sir.
And in this very moment, I'm going to tell it to your face. I wish your father was dead.
Yeah, security's done. All right, what kind of security do they have there, to be honest? Chris, you gotta remember Hook was a Samoan, yeah. Yeah, we got a match in full gear with these two. I'd love to see that title be on the line. If Hook could win that contract, could you imagine Hook being the one to save AEW? Stevie carrying Robert. That's cool. That's funny. So we're getting a Cade and Archer promo. So now, all right. Fallon versus Clown. I love the graphics, by the way.
Don Callis, your new tag team of Lance Archer and Brian Cage have simply been dominant.
No more 50-50. We're squashing everyone. We are doing the...
Who are you?
What's up?
Okay. All right. Well, we're getting. We know where Cole's going now. As we got Fatal Influence coming down to the ring. Fallon does look good with that title. I will say that right now. I know a lot of people are moderately upset about it. I've always thought she deserved it. She should have gone a long time ago. As Penelope's coming down on the other side. We got Penelope and Jamie Hayter here, which is only going to be a 10-minute match versus the women's main that's going to be, well, probably 20. But yeah, we got main events all over the place here, and like this is already up there for match of the year. Yeah, I'm sure Meltzer's already put it up. Well, Meltzer probably didn't do it, but a lot of other ones have. And which one are you talking about? That's the other question here. And I'm assuming you're talking about the 10-person tag. Because, well, Jamie Hayter, yeah, that's automatic, but, you know. I honestly don't feel that this is going to go more than a couple minutes. I wonder who's going to go over by how much tonight. Is it me or is AEW calling their November schedule November to Remember? Is that a subtle jab to NXT? No. I could see where you might see that phase. By the way, good seeing you here tonight. I don't think so, to be honest. It could be. And wouldn't surprise me. Yeah, the December to Dismember, that was the worst. Why would you want to mention the worst ECW pay-per-view? Well, I guess November to Remember was an old year. My bad. I forgot about that. Yeah, maybe. And if it is, it wouldn't surprise me. Yeah, it's phase. My bad. Sorry, I'll correct myself here. Yeah, I forgot the original ECW did have a November to Remember. Well, it's also a subtle jab at WWE for not trademarking everything, right? Christian was the only one to... Yeah. It was 90... They had it in 97 and 98. I don't know if they had one in 99. Funny part is this AEW women's match might be done before the introductions are done for the NXT women's match here. See, I could see it. Here's the thing, and I'll throw this straight out there. Half the fans that are around, do you think they're gonna remember it? Because half the fans that they're catering to don't remember the 90s. Don't remember ECW the way it was. Because we were talking about this earlier. Like, if you actually... Ethan Page was bang on, in my opinion, when it comes to ECW. There was some great stuff, but there was also a lot of horrible stuff there. Same thing with the Attitude Era. Same with the Ruthless Aggression Era. There is a lot of nostalgia involved, and the names are always very memorable. All right, as we get to a commercial break there. Once again, like I said, we're probably going... Could you imagine them starting that match during the picture or during the commercial break? Like, I don't know, maybe just me, but You should never start a main event during a commercial. Penelope trying to go for a moonsault here? I don't know. And Hayter just said nope. All right, this match is going to be over in a hurry here now. Jamie's getting ready. Wow. What a reversal by Penelope there. Does the Matrish into a cutter. Said outside the box, Ricochet's partner might... What if it was Josh? That'll never happen. TNA, AEW are not working together right now. Once Alexander's released, and if he's like maybe a member of the Maple Leaf Pro roster, maybe. Could you imagine? Oh God, that's over. Little dose of haterade will finish that match off in a hurry. So Hayter wins faster than their match goes just as long as the women get their introductions. Basically. That's a little bit nuts. But yeah, as we get to our main event here, Ricochet with the mystery partner. Take it on to Keshta and Fletcher. I gotta feel it, it's Mark Davis. I think it's gonna be Mark Davis. If it's Omega, I would lose my mind. If it's Ospreay, I'll be... Oh! Get a Mina promo. It's always a good thing. Rare case what Ospreay's boring. Yeah, I think that would be the best way to put it. Like, and that's one of the biggest things that AEW has a problem with. The fact that the level of their matches are so good that you could consider a Will Ospreay appearance just yay. But the fact that you like it's sort of like Tony Khan's big announcements. It's like, yeah, you picked a good one, but we'll give you the Orange Cassidy thumbs up at best here right now. But as per tradition, our right before our main events, which actually works perfect for both here, give you a rundown of what's going to be going down on the channel here coming up. I will be up tomorrow, 11 a.m. 11 a.m. Mountain, 1 p.m. Eastern. Might start early. We'll see. Nothing else blocking me here. With Echoes of Wisdom here for Zelda. We basically have 2 streams left of it to finish everything off. We're going into our last dungeon before we have to go face our final boss here, apparently. And then Saturday, we'll be back with our AEW Collision and WWE 2K24. Tonight, don't forget, more than anything, after we're done here, we're going to go into a 3-minute break. Oh, and they started the bell right as the commercial break comes back. All right. After we're done, we're going to have about a 5-minute break, and then we're going to have our WWE 2K24 My GM mode, where after going into the GM's office last week, it appears that our main event is going to be Cora Jade versus Ivy Nile. Haven't picked the stipulation yet. We got 5 people to upgrade. We got 1 legend we can book for free. And a whole lot of action going on here. So let's make sure you stick by here, twitch.tv/MikeTheRef. But more importantly, more than anything, thank you for being here. All right, Steph, I see you. Such nice work here. Like, Fallon is a very safe person to put in with all these new people that are coming in. Her and JC, like, JC's more of the, you've gone through the developmental program, here's the person you should face. Fallon's more the, you've gone through the indie scene, now you got to learn the WWE style, here's who you should face. I think these two as a combination actually work really well in the situation they have. Just based on everything they're doing. And, you know, then there's Stephanie, of course, that's just, oh God. Shout out to the beautiful people with this move. And we're getting an Okada promo. All right. I'm calling this right now. The fans are not doing the clapping at the same time as the audio is. So, I'm sorry, that's freaking piped in. Mr. Okada, pick up the courtesy phone. It is the cleaner. Worked out for WWE, yeah. But as we get to our main event, let's not forget.
Let's get ready to rumble!
I've been waiting to play that clip for a while here. So they officially announced the Continental Classic now. Man, Justin Roberts, you know, with that tan job that he's got tonight, like, I think he found a brown marker and just started to throw it on himself. I appreciate how they're giving everybody their own entrances. Well, semi-entrances at least. So I got a weird feeling, guys. Let me just call this right now from something we saw earlier. The third win for Cole and for Roddy is going to be a tag match against Archer and Cage. I love how Excalibur's like, yeah, no, Callis is cowering. JCJ looking like she's scared for her life there. All right, that's breaking. You notice the actions break it down for the. It's almost like they planned this perfectly here. All right, here we go.
Somebody's contract with the Don Callis family
So they're doing this for a plot point?
a little upset because he feels like you all just completely forgot about him. So allow me to introduce my really pissed off tag team partner.
Oh my God! Welcome back, Hobbs. Let's go. Did anybody call this? Did anybody call? Like, everybody was saying no. He's going to be part of the Hurt Syndicate. He very well might still move, but let's go. Callis has got to be crapping a brick right now. I will take that. Let's go. Hobbs back from injury and ready to go. I think it's a rare oversight based on all of us. I will say this. This is a better... if you're not going to get one of the over-the-top surprises, you're not going to get one of the expecteds. Vic, how the hell are you doing here? Good to see you here tonight, sir. Mr. Powerhouse is back in AEW. If you... I hope you're watching... I hope you're watching both right now, because we got the split screen. Oh, we were talking about it earlier, like, easy bets were Mark Davis and Will Ospreay. Because the reason I said Mark Davis is because SRS reported earlier this afternoon that Davis is cleared. I don't think anybody expected Powerhouse. We wanted a partner, Ricochet, and hey, Ricochet getting the ability to work with... All right. That worked. Come on, Hobbs. Do a dive. You wrecked your knee. We'll find a way to wreck it again. Let's go. Oh, this is awesome. But everybody talks about not enough. Come on out, Callis. Powerhouse wanted to say hi. Exactly. Just, you know. But this is how you elevate local stars, right? Both matches right now that are going on right now, the 10-woman tag and the Hobbs Ricochet against Callis family, they're both elevating stars that aren't necessarily outside names. You got Hobbs on one side, you got Kalani Jordan and Jasmine Nix on the other. And look at Jasmine, she's going to work on things, right? Like, Jasmine's actually looking like she fits in there. And I think that's one of the things that everybody looked a little confused having Jasmine as part of a group with those two veterans. Yes, the storyline is absolutely all right. But at the same time, I'm going to laugh so hard if Hobbs turns on Ricochet tonight. Just, you know, yes, his contract expired, but we just picked it up again. Looks like we picked up the option, kid. Throw the mic down and walk out. So talking about the women's match right now, do you feel that, you know, Originally, it was scheduled to be Lita in Jordan Grace's spot, right? More than one reports confirm that Lita was unavailable to do it. But I think Jordan might be a little better pick. Like, the nostalgia pick is great for Lita in the main event, but having these 10 women together... And Jordan just says, nope, I'm going to suplex both of you right now. Oh, yeah, you got the cross the line comment. Gotta, get your puns in while you can. Nice Vader bomb. Oh, God. Grace and... Oh, God. Grace and Zeta at the same... Oh, God. That would hurt. That would hurt. Oh, here we go. Everybody hitting their finishers. Did it happen for anybody else that the audio ended up unsyncing? On the NXT feed, or is it just me? Like, the audio's like 3 seconds faster than the picture. Oh, there we go. There we go, that's better. Might just be me here. When you watch online, you get some of those issues. As Ricochet's still getting absolutely wrecked in the ring. And, of course, here comes Metaphor. So this match is just going to go absolutely nuts. So is this an excuse for them to get the heels over in this match? And everybody that's left.
Our main event on Dynamite continues. The Don Callis family, Kyle Fletcher and Konosuke Takeshita in charge. And then we see Adam Cole
Why would you do Zyra?
earlier tonight earned his second victory on his path to 3 and his path to MJF. And it has been made up
Oh, God. No, you're done.
tonight. MJF
Yeah, no, you're done.
words. It will be Konosuke Takeshita, the AEW International Champion, in a dream match with Adam Cole.
Oh, here we go. Oh, you knew you were going to get that effed up chant going. And Zarya just beat Roxanne. Okay. And yeah, the look on Fletcher and Takeshita when Hobbs came out, yeah. They were probably thinking the same thing we were. Like, it only makes sense, right? I don't think anybody had Willie Hobbs on their lineup. Cole versus Takeshita, I'd love to see it. I don't think we're going to see it right now. Tour of the Islands? An Avalanche Tour of the Islands? Let's go. As NXT fades to black in a hurry there. Oh, next week it happens. Okay. That's match number 3. That could work. Just getting the one graphic off there. Now we're just on NXT. we're on AEW now till it's done. Hobbs trying to go for that spine buster. Sorry, when you get two shows going on, sorry, I missed the graphic for that. And the crowds yell, beef, gotta love it. Beef, 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 beef. These guys are going absolutely nuts at each other here. I don't know if CW did part. Oh, it's over. Like the whole show's over. That was the opening matchup tonight. Really decent match with those two. Jade ends up getting the victory. Jesus, Bill Willie. Chilly Willie with a chopping clothesline there. Yeah, very good match with those two. No real shenanigans involved. We got to see Nunzio versus the Don for the NXT title. We got Devon to come out with a table after Ridge Holland pinned Trick Williams. Obviously setting up for their next feud there. Love that building. I do. The thing I said it before, the thing I was upset about, if you want to have any... Oh, God, that is a Liger bomb and a half. That was a Keith Lee bounce right there. You should not have that much graphics going on in Jumbotron and all that. Yeah, Javon beat Wes Lee with a thanks of a visit from RVD, which faded out real quick. Oh, God. Ricochet got himself out of that in a hurry. You had Mercedes Moné tonight try to get actually filmed vehicular homicide. Tried to get Camille to drive over Statlander, but she missed. Unfortunately, they weren't doing it in the parking lot, so that makes sense why she missed. Block of 450 into a high knee. You still have an amusing audio-friendly setup for any production that's working there. The closest plug-and-play spot for indie... fair enough. I love how it's... I love the building. I love the feel of it. It's just if you're going to promote yourself as an ECW show... What is Takeshita doing? What a counter. Ricochet caught himself there. Oh, was going to go for a Poison Rana, and Takeshita said nope. Doomsday device, and Hobbs gets distracted. Ricochet. Yeah, and Stat slammed Camille's arm in the door to possibly rule her out, or else she's going to be a complete goofball and have her arm in a sling. Nice kick. Nice kick. I know I say that a lot here, but it is Ricochet. And Hobbs just destroyed. Oh, God. Hobbs got the interception. Oh, my God. West Coast pop. Let's go. It's like he wouldn't have hit that West Coast pop, so they had to Takeshita had to catch in reverse. Shooting star out of nowhere. Let's go. Okay, I see you. Let's go. The spirit gun. Ricochet gets the win. Let's go. We also had the Hurt Business Syndicate lot. Yeah, and we got Swerve versus Bobby booked for Full Gear, which I'm really looking forward to. And here comes the chair. This is not good. So we're going to get Davis to come out, or are we going to get... Everybody thought Ospreay, and then it comes down to Davis. Dijak, please get mad. He didn't pick you. I go with that. Okay, here comes oh, never mind. Here comes Archer. There's just numbers. Once again, it's back to numbers again. Oh, God. I'm assuming it's going to be Ospreay and Davis for now. Never mind. Here comes Cole. All right. Sorry about that, Jay Quick. Now he just heard that there. It's a lot easier. Oh, they're getting wrapped up that way. Let's get some more music. Come on now. We got one more guy. Oh, the Phillips. There's the pop we were waiting for. My God, Ospreay. Did you see how he sprint to the ring? Davis is a big man. I'm actually surprised. Oh, my God. Folks. He felt it. He felt it. He was going to get nailed with it. My God, was that fun. Looks like Ospreay got a haircut, too. A little more streamlined, a little more, you know. Oh, next week's going to be fun. That pop for Ospreay, big, that big over Cole kind of. Here's the thing. You knew Cole was here. He already had a match. He already knows coming out. And we're getting the Trios Championships on Collision. All right, let's get those titles off the friggin' Death Riders as far as I'm concerned. Seriously, we don't need them on the Death Riders right now. They got other stories to deal with here. But, yeah. No, the pop for Ospreay was because nobody expected him there. Once he was not announced in the main event, this is a nice swerve to get, no pun intended, of how to get Ospreay on this show without having him be the obvious partner for Ricochet. Because they could also save that match for later, right? For me, that's the big win out of that. With the fact that we're getting set up here. You know, if they didn't have the Blood and Guts set up for July, we could definitely have it the week of Survivor Series. And if I were them, November 30th, I think Ricochet knew he was there, yeah. Wouldn't surprise me, but the fact that you use somebody like Hobbs, and this is what I was talking about earlier, and this is a big complaint that a lot of people have with AEW, is the fact that they don't grow their own stars. They say you got to bring in all these free agents to do that. This is how you get somebody over from another roster without having to deal with, or getting somebody on your own roster over using people that are coming from other rosters. Like, hell, you look at Kyle Fletcher, who's coming from New Japan. You look at Takeshita, who's coming from DDT. You look from Ricochet, who's obviously coming from WWE, via New Japan, of course, but I digress. But then you got Powerhouse Hobbs, whose first major bright light in the big story is dealing with AEW, right? I'll say that Ospreay got out there quick. He ran the 4-yard dash record time. Well, that's the other advantage of not having an elevated ramp too, right? Because if you notice the setup tonight, there was no rampway. It was literally just the entrances, right? Sorry about that asthma getting to me there for a second. Yeah, you're literally looking at that, and with no setup like that, and everything was just so bing, 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 bing. And all this happened, ironically enough, after the NXT women's match wrapped up. Because Tony Khan knows that they don't have an overrun over on NXT, so unfortunately you can't compete with a company that'll let you go over time, right? Both shows tonight actually showed up and definitely showed off their talents. They're good in different ways. And if you look at what happened during that main event, you got Zarya pinning Roxanne, so you got your setup there. Next week, we got Kalani Jordan taking on Fallon Henley for her rematch for the NXT North American title. You got the tag champs are going to be... Their challengers are going to be looked at as they're going along. The little bit of nostalgia there with Nunzio, Francine, Dawn Marie, Bully Ray, which Bully Ray lost, which I'm sort of happy about. They ended up doing the old shtick. I do hate the fact that during the main event, the fans were supposedly cheering ladies wrestling with the claps, but nobody was clapping. So guess what happened there? But I don't want to take that away from a great performance by all competitors on both shows. Dynamite was great. NXT was great. Both shows are great. You guys are great. And this sidecast was a hell of a lot of fun. But with that being said, we're going to wrap up this portion of the show here. Thank you, everybody, for stopping by. For those on Twitch, hang on. We're going to go to a break right away here. For those on YouTube, make sure you hit the thumbs up if you like what you saw here tonight. And also subscribe for more live streams, as well as some upcoming videos that we're going to have coming out here. Plus a ton of vintage content from the Alberta territory here. A lot of great wrestlers. Some you might know now. Some you will know in the future. But with that being said, next time we're going to be on YouTube is going to be this Saturday with AEW Collision, which we're going to get a trios title match. We are going to get a qualifier between the Outrunners and Top Flight for a spot in the 4-way at Full Gear. Plus another 3 or 4 amazing matches coming up there at least. We've got to keep track of all those coming up. But for those, like I said, those on YouTube, thank you for being here tonight. And we will see you all here on Friday. And always remember, be part of the solution. Don't be part of the problem. Take care, everybody.